who do you consider to be the top five goats since we're talking about artists like Kanye and Pac?
Okay, rap. All right, so of all time, right? Just all time, greatest of
Yeah,
all time for me, because I'm 28. I like to give that disclaimer, but I would definitely say Biggie, T.I., Future, and Kanye West. I would say Kanye West. And this is no order. Oh, wait. Let me scratch all that. Let's bring this all the way back. See, I hate this question so much. Kanye West for sure. This is in no order. Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Biggie Smalls, Tupac Shakur, and I will go.
We're sitting down with rising hip hop artist Lasko Bills, whose roots stretch from Chicago to Atlanta to Arizona. From his top five MCs of all time to talking Tupac and Kanye.
And like you said, I'm Lasco. I'm born in Chicago, raised in Atlanta. Currently I'm actually out here in Arizona is where I live right now.
yeah,
But yeah, as far as the music scene, I'll give you both Atlanta and Arizona. As far as Atlanta is very hip hop, very just trap, real trap oriented, and I get a lot of my
yeah,
roots from that. But I'm a real hip hop fan, so like I love all the biggies and the big puns and all that. So that influenced me as well. And the Arizona scene is really like it's different. It's not really a scene. Like you know there's a sound for Atlanta. There's not really a sound out here in Arizona. So
yeah.
trying to maybe one day make that sound for the people, you know.
I know I had interviewed an artist that reps Arizona at times, Richie Evans. He was on a couple of weeks ago. So yeah,
Or
yeah, he spoke about the area. So,
yeah,
so since you've been in different spots, how has that affected your style of music?
a great question. I'm actually like I'm a Navy baby, so I've been moving around a lot, period.
Yeah,
Just you kind of like with moving around a lot, it's very easy to it's easy for me to not necessarily fit in, but like it's not hard for me to adapt.
yeah,
And when moving all these different places, you know, you pick a little piece of here because even though the internet makes everything all in one spot, the regional sounds is still a thing. Like there's a southern
yeah,
sound, there's a West Coast sound, there's a New York sound, there's a Toronto sound. Like there's a certain sound with everything. And so when you just move to these different places and get along with the people and actually tap into the culture of everything, man, it just expands me. It just expands it. Like I used to live in Florida for a period of time, and that kind of really made me tap in more into just kind of. I hate like labeling it, but that type of style, you know, there's a Florida style with it when it comes to the Kodaks, the Trick Daddies, combined with the Atlanta swag and the Atlanta trap,
yeah,
also along with the New York style of things. I like to say I never lived in New York, but I just had a lot of people around me that was from New York and just the style of rap that I gravitated to. So just all these places, it just expanded me. So I can damn near do anything.
okay. So you got into doing music. What was the song or artist that made you say, "Yeah, I want to become a rapper"?
So I've been trying to rap since like not trying to, but I started writing and stuff when I was like 7.
Yeah,
And I believe Tupac. And the reason I say Tupac, because I just remember my mom or my godmom or both. I think we were all in the car and they asked me, "What do you want to be?" And I told them a lyricist. And
yeah,
I'm like, "What is that?" And, you know, my mom was like, "What is that?" She said he said my godmom was like he wanted to be a rapper. I was like, "Yeah, like Tupac." And it was like, oh, and she just, you know how parents, you know, brushed it off, but
yeah,
it was something about Pac and just how it just the way his words just kind of pierced through. And then once I tapped into Pac, you know, tapped into you know, Biggie and the big puns and stuff like that. But Kanye West, the old Kanye, was really the person when I saw Kanye, it was like, oh, I want to do that. I want to be fresh. I want to rap, but still be able, but not compromise who I am. Cause you feel me? Like I did a little, I've done things in my life that I'm not the most proudest of, but that's not something I ain't the biggest, baddest gangster in the world. I don't wanna do that. And you can still do that. Kanye was like a real big example of that. Uh till he went crazy. But that was yeah, those two. Kanye and Tupac and Kanye was the main two for sure.
That's interesting because they both have the same kind of like attitude in terms of saying what they have to say,
Hmm.
feelings. And Kanye once said that he was the brain that Tupac said that he would spark to change the world. So yeah, so they have similarities.
See you, Kev, you know you stuck.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. So who do you consider to be the top five goats since we're talking about artists like Kanye and Pac?
Okay, rap. All right, so of all time, right? Just all time, greatest of
Yeah,
all time. For me, because I'm 28. I like to give that disclaimer, but I would definitely say Biggie, T.I., Future, Hove, and Kanye West. I would say Kanye West, and this is no order. Oh, wait. Let me scratch all that. Let's bring this all the way back. See, I hate this question so much. Kanye West for sure. This is in no order. Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Biggie Smalls, Tupac Shakur, and I will go. I'm gonna go Hov, but my honorable mention is Ti because Ti is one of the best. I feel like he's very underrated,
yeah.
but I'm gonna go
Like
Hov on that.
all the artists that you mentioned, it's funny because I was just watching YouTube Shorts with Jay-Z about
Mhm.
Jay-Z not writing his rhymes. So he's
Yeah,
explaining it, and then the narrator said, "Oh, is this just a myth?" And then it showed Travis Scott talking about. I wasn't the biggest Jay-Z fan or anything, but when I was in the studio, I saw him doing Magna Carta, and this guy was doing it off his head. There was nothing written. And I was like, "Nah, this is crazy." He goes,
nuts.
"Yeah, he's not there. There's no lie." He goes, "I saw him do a whole album," and I was like, "Okay,
Then bring out a pen, a pad, an iPhone, nothing, just off the dome. That's why him and Lil Wayne is like, how do y'all do that? Especially him though, because Wayne, he punches in a different way. Jay, like he literally walks around, paces, and then just goes. That's
yeah,
God given. That's amazing.
yeah," because he said he used to write, and
Hmm.
then as he got older, he was more in the streets, and then he said he would write something, he had to
And
come
that's
home and
remember
memorize.
it.
Yeah, but then
Yep.
he said he started to just remember it. He said he's lost a lot of songs too doing it. He said
Yep. Yep.
he doesn't recommend doing that, but I guess then you got the talent and you just learn how to do it.
Just
It just comes
yeah.
natural.
That's hard. That's crazy because that's well, you know your stuff, Cal, because I read that in his book. I think his
Yeah.
decoded book. I read that. That's hard. Not everybody know that. You cold. You kill it.
Yeah, man. So, which artists would you like to collaborate with and why? Who would mesh with you, do you believe?
I think people like don't know if you guys heard of him, Isaiah Rashad. He's on TDE. He's also somebody that really inspired me when I was like more like in high school, as like in his earlier days of coming up. It was like, oh, okay, and just his style and what I tend to do. Second, you gotta get. Oh, give me 1 second, man. I'm on the phone, okay? I'm gonna talk to you later. Close the door. Bye, nephew. I'm gonna see you later, okay? Close the door. Thank you. You're the best. My bad.
No problem, man.
My bad. But Isaiah Rashad would definitely be one of those guys. It's this
Yeah,
dude from LA named West Side Boogie. Cold. He's so fire. I definitely think somebody like that. But
yeah,
some upper echelon people, for lack of better words, definitely like to switch it up, Future for sure. I would love to do something with Future.
that's
And
dope.
see, yeah, that's one of the ghosts as well. I forgot to I was it's hard to
Yeah,
get that top five thing now, but he's one of the ghosts for sure. Future, Pee Wee Longway. Don't know if you guys ever heard of him. He from Atlanta.
yeah,
Man, bro, it's so many people. I would love to collab with the new dude named Akeem Ali. Russell, Deontay Hitchcock. It's a lot of people, man. Honestly, I would love to work with a lot of
Yeah.
people, bro.
Make sure you
I'm
drop some
real.
names that I haven't heard.
Mhm.
I like that. That you mix it up.
Gots to, man. I'm a really before anything. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the art.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta love what you're doing, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. But why you doing it?
Yeah. So you brought up TDE just a while ago. What do you think about rap beefs and the whole thing that happened with Kendrick and Drake?
What I think about rap beef, as long as it's not dangerous, it's fine. Like it's a part of the sport. I feel like rap is what sometimes people forget. It's a sport. This is it's a verbal combat sport. Like this is what the bones of this now billion-dollar industry came from two people on the corner seeing whose rhymes were colder. And
Yeah.
sometimes you will go actually at that person with the rhymes. So now it done transferred to this whole thing. Now we got diss tracks. To not ramble or go on and on. If you don't have to do that, but I don't think you should be considering yourself a MC or a or a rapper for that matter, because I do feel like you have to be able to be ready for that. That needs to be in your tool belt, in your Batman belt. You need to be able to pull out, oh, okay, now, oh, you're playing with me now. You got to be able to do that. With that being said, with the Kendrick and Drake, I think that was something we needed. Like that was necessary. And if you really been a fan of hip hop and since they came out, obviously Drake brought Kendrick on tour, but some years after that, it's always been this little thing of like, are they
Yeah,
dissing each other? Like, what's going
yeah,
on?
yeah.
So it was happy. I was happy to see the grand finale. Like finally we get to see the two gladiators go at it, the big dogs. Let's go. Let's see it.
It
Let's see
felt
who
like
come
it
out.
felt like Drake kind of knew that, okay, this might be the one.
Yeah, this
Why,
might be the
yeah, why there was the back and forth.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it was crazy though because I heard so many of my friends was thinking before everything actually happened that because Drake has a track record of beefs, whether it's Pusha T or Meek Mill, and especially Meek Mill, he killed. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like Meek. I was talking to this crazy access. I was talking to my creative director about this earlier. When Meek and Drake did that thing, Meek was here. Like as far as street raps, he was here. And then Drake was here
Yeah.
as far as like the pop shit and all that stuff. And it made sense. They made sense. Like it made sense for them to go at each other because they were so huge. And what Meek came from, like with battle rapping from Philly, people thought Drake was finna get washed.
Oh yeah, I
And
know. Yeah, that. But
and it was
the funny
Mhm.
thing is, in Toronto, how Drake used to rap is different than how he's like with his popular songs.
Right.
People in Toronto knew Drake could go bar for bar because he came up in the city battling some of the rappers.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, I ain't never know
yeah,
that.
yeah. People don't know that. So when you went to go up against Meek Mill, some said don't shortchange Drake, and I think with the Kendrick thing, it might have been a little part where Drake was a
Sort of
little,
changed them.
yeah, he was a little maybe too confident and
Mm.
underestimated Kendrick as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that could have been something where he was saying, "Yo, come out, challenging him to come out," because
Yeah.
Yeah, in the city, Drake goes to the battle rap leagues like King of the Dot and that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
he's not a stranger to the battle.
Yeah, one thing I will say, because like, and again with the battle, like with that one specifically, it was beautiful. It was great. I loved it. No matter what happened, what was said.
Yeah,
But one thing I don't like is how people they try to make it seem like not like us got some legs. I guess is what I'm saying. Because people really try to make it seem like he really not of the culture, and I just don't believe that. Like, he has done a lot of things and shown, at least to me, from what I've seen. I know I'm an outsider looking
yeah,
in, but it looks like brother has always showed love and done things to elevate not the industry, but the genre as much as he could, as he
yeah.
could,
Honestly, you can't take that. What is it? DJ Academics call it the Drake surplus.
Yeah, the Drake. Yeah.
Take that away. Like he did like
Mm-hmm.
help a lot of artists when he did collabs with them get more exposure and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I see what you mean. Did you do you know anything about Toronto rappers and the hip hop scene in this city?
No, not at all. The only thing I know other than Drake was Cardinal Official. Hey, bro was big. He was huge. I can't. I try to remember the song, but I remember seeing him like, oh, bro, cool. And who Party, but I don't know if that's necessarily is Party Toronto. That's Toronto
Yeah,
Party.
Projects just Toronto.
And man, I think whoever Drake has said, I've
Well,
heard of him.
funny how you brought up Cardinal because Cardinal was beefing with another rapper in the city one time, and he jumped on a track with Drake, and he dissed the other rapper that Drake was cool with, and that
Word.
caused a whole situation with these guys.
Name of Drake. Some of you might know me as Aubrey Graham, actor, Degrassi. You know, some of you might know me as Drake, the artist, City is Mine, but you know, those are both different parts of me. So I make up this person that you're watching right now, and that's what it is. It was just like I've never heard somebody come on a record and be like, I'm proud to be from here. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people talk about like the haters, and I mean that's all well and good, but that's everywhere you go. Old Time Killing to this day is one of my favorite records, and that's saying a lot. I love music. I study music. That's a wicked record to me. He did his thing on the City Is Mine beat. I can't say I wasn't aware of it. You know what I'm saying? He sent it to me, but I can't say I didn't agree with it, definitely. I mean, I personally, if he was going to do that, I would have rather him do that on a separate track and just do a regular remix with me. We could have shot a video for it. Like, well, I guess what bothers me so much about it is we could have been cool. And it's like, yeah, I'm upset about the fact that now I feel like when I see this dude, I can't really say what up because it's like, if I do, I'm going to feel like, you know, it's a shot to my pride. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna feel like a punk if I go up to you and say what up after you try to put me in a situation. And then when the situation went down,
When you say situation for the people that don't know what the situation, you said
basically,
he did his thing.
yeah, I didn't elaborate on it. Basically, this Mayhem Moriarty, who's a rapper from Toronto, you know, messes with Hustle Man out here. I'm sure you've heard of him. Rock and Roll, big records, right? You know, big street records, a lot of street DVDs. He does his things from Jungle. This Mayhem, they've had this ongoing beef that he claims he doesn't want any part of and claims he doesn't want to participate in, but I think he selectively places himself to instigate it further and whatever. Anyway, man, that's his business, really. But he dissed Mayhem on my beat, put my verse on the end of the song, so it sounded like I was down with it, and then sent it to like, you know, a bunch of DJs that he's cool with. They started spinning it on the radio. It looked like I leaked it myself. And basically like Mayhem came to me like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, let's talk for a second because, you know, I don't know you and you're on a diss record about me.
So that's why I say that Drake knew about battle rap before.
Yeah, he
You
knew
know,
how to
a lot
get
of people
down.
don't know. Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't know that.
That's
So there
hard.
was a documentary that just came out, War in Toronto, and that documentary had artists like Pressa, who Drake took on tour. And I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, I didn't know Toronto was like that."
I was gonna ask you. I've heard the presser and Roy Woods, I think his name. I heard of him too.
Roy Wood, yeah.
Yeah, is it? I was gonna ask you. I remember seeing something on like Vice about Toronto, I believe, and it looked real gully. It looked real. It's really like that out there.
And we have a,
I'm a believer that it's gangsters everywhere. It's a ghetto everywhere. So, you
oh
know.
yeah, yeah, because up here there's a lot of Caribbean descent, so it's
Mm.
people that came like from gully areas that moved into the city. And we have a whole playlist and a documentary on the site and everything where people find out more through us. So we try to get like a worldwide perspective, America, UK, and Canada.
It's hard
Yeah. So
to go there.
so tell us about your music, what you're coming out with right now.
Yeah, most recently I just came out with an another album. It's called Player Fables.
Yeah,
Um, it's basically like I would say it's more of like a an ode to Atlanta, like a love letter to Atlanta in a way.
yeah,
Um, the actual and with a story involved as well. It's basically about my unc and how he got locked up basically, and he kind of there's different skits, and he's I'm telling it over the skits is over the jail phone, and if
yeah,
you follow, the I implore everybody, player fables, Lasko Bills, listen to it from top to bottom, so you'll get the story along with the songs, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm actually we're working on I think we're gonna do an animated short film with this one. I kind of try to do short films with every project. My Before this one I did my favorite, let's say this is my favorite project just because it's more personal. It's called the one before Player Fables is called I'm Sorry to Bother You, Cannot Vent. We did
yeah,
like a short film connected to that. And then the one before that, we did a documentary connected to that. So that's kind of what I like to do with my music is give a full album visual along with the album. Damn near like the album is just a soundtrack to what you're going to see, what you're actually about to see.
yeah,
Just to give people like a really immersive experience more than just hearing it in their headphones. You get to see, you know, like the Sorry to Bother You, it was like a noir film, short film. So you get to see me do some cool detective stuff in it. And when you listen to the songs and you look at it, you like, oh, okay, like it just makes more sense and
yeah,
it gives it a visual, that's something I like to do. And as far as like about my music, really, I don't know if like how people be like, I kind of sound like this and that. I don't really know what to say about that. Like I don't know who I sound like, but
yeah,
I've heard people say I'm like a mixture between like Freddie Gibbs with like a Southern style, and I mean a little bit of J. Cole as well. And some yeah, pretty much that. I get a lot of J. Cole's and like a Southern, sometimes trap Freddie Gibbs when I want to get on my trap bag. But yeah, I hope I answered your question.
yeah. That ties right back into you saying that you were told to be a lyricist.
Yeah, no, yeah,
They told a
that's the
lyricist
initial.
what he gives to.
Yeah, yeah, that was the initial, man. Like
Yeah,
that's the main thing, but I want to say something I got my whole studio shit here. Like I'm right, like I get right here with it, and I just whatever I
yeah,
say, I want to make sure it's some substance with it. I want to make sure you're bopping, you know what I mean? Do all that too, but I gotta say something. It don't sound right if I don't.
yeah. A
Mhm.
lot of old school guys say they like the production on some of the new music, but some of the artists aren't saying anything. So it's good that you're saying that. Because I was gonna ask you too, what made you decide to do skits? Because I know skits was like a thing on albums with rappers more like back in the day. It's not so much now.
Yeah, not to be funny, bro. I'm creative. Like I just like to, and I don't really care what other people doing. Like I don't care that because you're right. You're absolutely right. A lot of people don't do skits how I just described it, like making it a whole thing. People really don't
Yeah,
do that as much. I think the last person I saw really do it good was like probably Tory Lanez in one of his albums. He killed it. Like I think his first album, he did it like that, uh, and that was pretty cool. But it's just again, like I want to give a story with my stuff. Like it's not just the music.
yeah,
Sorry to Bother You didn't have skits, but this one we just really wanted to bring you in. Like as soon as you hear the first track and you hear that, this is a collect call from woo, 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 and then you like, oh, man, what's going on? You're in a whole nother world. You're not just listening to an album no more. You're officially entering a whole nother world. And I think skits help do that.
okay. So you just brought up Tory Lanez. What's your thoughts on the whole hip hop news in the last couple weeks with the Tory Lanez update and the whole Diddy thing? Do you think it's like a bad image for hip hop or it just comes with the territory?
Um, I mean, I won't say technically yes, it would be a bad look on hip hop because people in hip hop are in the news for bad shit. But it shouldn't be like that. Honestly, how I look at it is like two people that made some really bad decisions. You feel me? If that's the case, because to be honest, I don't really have no personal feelings on either of them. Like I don't know who did what, if they did anything. What I do know is just like the court systems with all this stuff, man, we supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah,
Us as black folk, us as people, I ain't even gonna put on the race, but specifically black people, is really not that. It's never that. So once the stories already get out, you already guilty, to be honest, no matter if you did it or didn't do it at the end of the day. But I pray for every victim involved in anything, and I hope everybody is all right with God at the end of the day, I think, to be
yeah,
honest. Yeah, it's
yeah.
crazy though. It is a lot of crazy stuff going on.
I know it's like every other day something. Well,
Hmm.
your take is different from a lot of different because people like pick sides and then they just stick with it and they're very convicted. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know nothing, man. All I know is what I see on the internet,
very
man.
true.
And a lot of that stuff is you can't believe nothing on the internet for real unless you really got something going on. Like I'm not really looking at the transcripts of these court documents and really trying to follow along.
Yeah,
I did that for Young Thug's case, to be honest, because that was on TV and I was just interested. I'm from Atlanta,
yeah,
like I wanted to make sure bro I got to the crib. But I don't, that stuff is, I ain't want to be no lawyer. I don't want to be no prosecutor. I
yeah,
don't want to be no judge. I just, I hope if people are actually innocent that they end up, justice gets served the right way and they be innocent. And if you guilty, bro, do your time. Point
exactly. Yeah,
blank,
pretty
man.
simple. Yeah,
Ain't no side to pick.
yeah, yeah. So, what do you want people to take away from your music when they listen to it?
Great question. I want people to, depending on what songs you listen to, I just want you to, like, if you're listening to Sorry to Bother You, Can I Vent? I want you to feel your feelings. I want you to feel your feelings. If you listen to Play Your Fables, I want you to dance. I want you to feel Atlanta. I want you to really see what I'm giving out to you. It really all depends. I want you to feel me. I know it might be a cliche or a really regular answer because it really depends on what I'm trying to convey. And, I just want them to feel me. However it come out, I could be talking about just how I feel, and how I feel might be beating somebody ass. But I want you to feel me, and I want you to identify with that because I know people have felt that. That's really it. I just want to really just people to feel what I'm saying, bro. Like simple as that. I want you to feel what I'm saying, and if you take something from it, if you take something from it, good. If not, at least you got your head to bob today.
Okay. So, what can people get your music? Or do they find you? Yeah, you'll find you.
Twitter, Lasko_Bills, and Lasko Bills on everything else. You will find me. It'll be a good looking, dark skinned short dude.
Thanks for checking out our interview with Lasko Bills. You can see more interviews with major and underground artists from around the world here on Worldwide Entertainment TV Media.